If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Burrow going to begin this one with a pass. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exactly one goal. Let's connect on something early and quiet this home crowd. But all they did was energize them. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
Here's Willis. And that is incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Willis now to throw. Catch is made. That is Williams. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's a first carry for their running back. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
That's a great job defensively. The goal of every defense in the NFL is to accomplish one of 2 things. Turnovers, force field goals. In this case, the big 3rd down stop is most likely going to lead to the latter. Really nice job there in the red zone.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here we go. Burrow now. Pass complete. That's Kadarius Toney. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. That's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw, Burrow. He'll try a long ball looking for Tony. And the Chargers will take over at their own 14-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Willis to throw. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. Down the left sideline. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 89 yards. Touchdown, Chargers. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers are out to a 10-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. A 1st down throw for Burrow. Back to the former Patriot and Dolphin Mike Gesicki. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and he decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Burrow. We'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. Give him 14 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down. Here's Brown. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Burrow working in the pistol. To the left side. Caught by Chase. And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Willis now to throw. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now Willis. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Throwing is Willis. That ball is caught on the sideline, and both feet inbounds. Big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. That one good for 26 yards. Willis. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
To throw, here's Willis. He's got his man downfield. It's Debo. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Throwing, Willis. He's going to keep it himself. He is in. Malik Willis. Touchdown Chargers. That's his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Dicker good with the extra point. And the Chargers will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Burrow to throw. Taken in by Gesicki. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
That one knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. It's second down. Burrow. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. To throw is Burrow. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
On first down, Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Bengals 7.
I'm one, ready?
Second and a yard. A carry here for Brown. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
A 5-yard gain to play. And the Bengals first down.
Burrow. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Alohi Gilman.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Willis. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Throwing, Willis. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Willis now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd. Slot receiver, headed right. Here's Willis. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 3rd and long. Willis to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return go. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. That's to his tight end, Eric All. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's into traffic, but taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On the ground, it's Brown. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break.
On one, ready?
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Here's Burrow. That's taken in. And this is going to work out. They get the first down. It was 4th and 4, a little risk, but it pays off.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And he's going to be taken down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Here we go. 11.
Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals will tie this game up here late in the first half. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 70 yards! Touchdown, L.A. Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers will go up by 7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. first down throw for Burrow. He's going to take a shot down the field. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Willis now to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Willis. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Willis. Now he takes off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Now a 3rd and 2. Harris, the man in motion. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. To throw, here's Willis. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Burrow in trouble. Down he goes. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
At the Bengals 45-yard line.
Throwing, Willis. I needed to get rid of it, but did not. It'll finally be taken down.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Willis. And they're going to get him once again. He's under siege. That is 3 in a row.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Brown. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Burrow now. Taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And he'll manage to get to the 33. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. Second and 7. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. So second down, and they'll run it. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. They'll stick with him again. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Dax Hill up from the secondary to end the play.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. Possibly the play of the game right here. It is fourth down. They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. They'll wind up getting the yards they need on 4th and 3.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And will move his ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. So we've seen it time and time again in this one, using him extensively in the pass game from the start. And in fact, he has just set the NFL record. That's the most receiving yards by a running back in a single game. Now a toss play, running left. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll go with him again. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
From back at the 5, here now 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on 3rd and goal. From this far out, you thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping and keep it on the ground. Great job by the defense being ready for everything. Not only do they stop them, they take them back for a loss. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now, Burrow. To the left side. Caught by Chase. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will work his way down inside the 30. A pickup of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Burrow. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 15-yard pickup there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11 MT. 12.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 3 touchdowns for him now in this one. And he's up to 10 on the year. On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bengals have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Willis to throw. And this ball's going to be incomplete. Glad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
Big play in the game right here. It's third down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Going to need a big play now. Third down and long. Here's Willis. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Burrow to throw. And that pass caught right side by Tony. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot. A deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he will carry his offense to the...
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. My actions being louder than my words. I get sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keep scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Layup. I been Steph Curry with the shot, been cooking with the sauce, Chef Curry with the boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. Hey, who the is, boy? OVO, man, we really with the boy. Yeah, really with the. I should probably.